Do you ever feel stuck in the same routines, like you're just checking boxes? Wake up, brush your teeth, go to the gym, repeat. Now that's not living, that's just autopilot. And I want to shake things up just a little bit. I remember my first day in France like it was yesterday. I was on my honeymoon, I had my new wife beside me, I was watching Star Wars on the laptop on the way to our hotel, when all of a sudden, across the aisle from me, a fight breaks out. I have no clue what's going on. It's in a completely different language. All I hear is yelling, people standing up and shouting. My body instantly went into fear or panic. What have I gotten into? What am I doing in this country? Why did I bring my new wife here? Is this unsafe? Am I going to be murdered? Honestly, my mind just went to the furthest possibilities possible, when in reality, nothing happened. Someone bumped their leg, he yelled, the other guy yelled back, and a very stereotypical French backhand slap went to his face. I don't know if that's stereotypical French, but it certainly felt like it to me. And I had all of these ideas in my head of what this trip was going to be, what was going to happen, and this was certainly not one of those moments. I was sitting there watching Star Wars on my laptop, just smiling like a goofball, thinking I had life completely figured out. There's really no real fear and no real worry that needed to come across my body in that moment, but it was new, it was different, and my body responded accordingly. Nothing happened outside of a slap. Interestingly enough, we got to our destination, we checked into our Airbnb, took a deep breath, knew we were going to be okay. We kind of talked and processed that moment together, and then we went to McDonald's to get some food. And of course, when we're there, the very person who slapped the other guy on the train was at McDonald's. I instantly felt myself returning to this state of fear. I saw him walking around talking to people in French, and I assumed a fight was going to break out. I remember hiding and trying to turn my face so that he wouldn't come over to me. He eventually did. I was so nervous, my heart was just pounding out of my chest. And he ended up asking if we had an outlet nearby. He just wanted to charge his phone. My mind instantly went to the worst possible situation, when really, in reality, nothing was happening. He was just living his life, trying to charge his phone, trying to get by. What I really took from that moment was how my body can feel in danger, even when my mind can understand the reality behind it. I'm gonna be okay. I am not going to get slapped. If I do get slapped, it's totally okay. I can recover from that. No matter what titles you may carry, whether it's employee, partner, student, investor, we're all just people. And people, we fall into routine. I benefit a ton from having a routine, a schedule, having my coffee, having my water, having the things around me, taking the time in the morning to reflect on my day. But what I found is a huge sense of should. Now, I get somewhat fixated on words, and should is a huge one of those. I should be wealthier, I should be healthier, I should record this video, I should make more sales calls, I should fix that property, I should do this and that. So much of that pressure I put in the word should. I should be doing this, I should be perfect. When really, all we can do is chase progress, not perfection. I should go to the gym, I should work out more, I should exercise, I should look like him, but I don't. All I can do is be me and take progress towards the steps I want to do, towards the steps I want to achieve, towards things I want to achieve. I can make little changes in my life, like recording this video, or going to the gym once, or even just picking up some weights next to you and starting. I always feel this pressure of progress, not perfection. Now, when I say I feel this, I don't feel this. My mind feels perfection. I want to make a perfect video. I want to say things eloquently. I want to share this message with you. But that's not possible. Really, all I can do is be myself, share what I know, share what I've learned, share my experiences, and connect with people. I very often compare myself to others. This can be helpful. I can say, at least I have a nicer car than them. At least I have more money than them. But the opposite is also true. I can compare myself to people ahead of me, and there's no benefit to that. I find no benefit from worrying. All it does is keep me in this mindset of, ooh, just got an Airbnb booking. All I can do is stay in this mindset, stay present, and be here. At least I'm not them, I say. But that's not real comfort, it's survival mode. Now, I have a strange fixation or fascination with words, And should has wrecked my emotional state. I repeat this word in my head, should, when really I just need to be. And that's what I'm trying to remind myself. Do you ever stop and just ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? Why did you click on this video? Oh, maybe you're craving something more. Maybe you're afraid of change, but tired of the sameness. I should wake up early. I should go to the gym. All the things I've already said. That tension that you feel, that's real. I repeated destructive habits for years. Fear, anxiety, selfishness, laziness. They ran the show. I sat in my cozy little comfort bubble. I let important things slide until the last second, or even fall off completely. Now, don't get me wrong. This still happens. I'm no master of mindfulness. I get distracted. I make bad choices. Even filming this video has caused me a huge amount of anxiety. I don't know if this microphone is working. I don't know if you can see me. Is this shadow on my face like bad for YouTube? But I made it anyway. Because this message, it's not just for you, it's for me too. This is a reminder to myself to do hard things, to take risks, to get out of my comfort zone and do something new. Now, I've actually spent the last 10 years off of social media. Outside of YouTube and family, I have had nothing. No Instagram, no Facebook, no TikTok, no Twitter or X. I've had nothing. I have been completely off the grid on my own. I have text messages, I have my phone, I do call and talk to people, but this is a very different experience from being on social media. And for me, consuming and scrolling, putting other people's thoughts into my head has been dangerous. I very quickly am swayed by what other people say, and I don't want it to be that way. Now, I think there's a huge value in learning from others and growing, and you can learn a lot from someone's perspective. Everyone has their own perspective and experience that we bring to this life. Now, as you can imagine, going from zero social media experience to posting this video is extremely scary. How am I gonna show up on the screen? How are people gonna think about me? Is my hair off? But that intentional decision almost 10 years ago to go off of social media has been a huge help to me. It gave me the space I needed to come to my own decisions, to realize where I may be looking in the wrong places for ideas or help. It really just made me be intentional about what I was putting into my mind and what I was thinking about. I found myself doom scrolling, comparing to others, falling back into thirst traps, and into habits that I didn't want to continue with. I struggled with addiction, and I struggle with anxiety, with fear, with addiction, with habits. And as my life progressed, as I got married to my amazing wife, as I got pets, as I moved into a home for the first time from my parents' house, I was so overwhelmed. There was so much going on, so much to compare to, and for me, I had to just unplug completely. Now, this scorched earth policy isn't a requirement. This isn't something that you have to do, but it's what worked for me. It gave me the space to work on myself, to see my therapist, to realize where I was getting my information and what I was letting control my mind. One thing that's really helped is to breathe, to slow down, to not worry about all of these things, but just experience this moment for what it is. I believe that fear and anxiety is just worry about the future. Things that you don't have, things that you wish you have, things that you want to be. But really, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a nice car, if you don't have a job, things will work out. Things just work out. You have people around you, you have resources, you have a lot. Now, I don't want to brag for too long here, but I want to share this just for some context as to how I'm feeling, where I'm at, and what this video is for me. I've achieved a lot in my life. I've set a lot of goals. I still have tons of goals. And I've honestly let fear and worry of not achieving those goals distract me from really living life. I'm not present with my wife. I'm not present at family events because I'm worried about the things that I should be doing or the things that I should have, when in reality, it doesn't matter. What matters to me is the people around me, how I feel, and how I present myself to the world. I want to bring kindness, I want to bring lightness, and I want to bring hope. I do not always feel hope. I do not always feel kind. I have bad days. I slip into bad habits and routines. But what matters is that I come back every day willing to learn and practice. Marriage is one of the hardest things I've ever done. Being in a relationship with another person, with another human, is so difficult. And really, we're all just humans. We're living this life, we're trying, we feel imposter syndrome, whatever word you want to feel behind it, we're all just humans. But one thing about humans is we have the power of our brain. My dog doesn't know when I'm going to feed him. He has an idea based on his habits and routines. He knows around 8 o'clock and 5 o'clock I'm going to get him his food, and he knows that. And when it's before, if say around 4:30, he comes up to me, potentially panting or begging because his body feels hungry and he doesn't know where he's going to get his next meal. He can't go out and hunt because I honestly lock him in my house and take him on walks when I'm able to. He's also a giant dog and I don't have a fenced backyard, so there's a lot with that. And if maybe you can even tell now, I worry that my dog is okay. Gippy! He's doing good. I'm sure he's just sleeping. Some of the cool things I've done. I've actually lived in a van for 2 years while working a full-time sales job. I have been to over 30 countries. I have an amazing wife, incredible pets, a business, a career, family around me that loves me and supports me. But I've still battled depression, addiction. I've wrestled with meds and therapy. And guess what? I'm still in recovery. I'm still showing up. Every day I choose to be here and choose to live the life I want to live. Travel has been one of the biggest tools for me in my growth. Seeing a different perspective, seeing another way. These people in France, they speak a different language than me. They argue in a different way. They get their anger out in a different way. And for me, it's foreign and unique, but for them, it's the way life is. Maybe you're from a different culture. Maybe you've never left your hometown. But wherever you're from, every culture has a word for that ache inside. We may call it suffering or worry or anxiety or fear. In Buddhist culture, I've heard it called dukkha, which translates roughly to suffering or fear of lack. The Greeks had hamarisha, and the Japanese have the word sumi. Now, there are a million words for discomfort. You don't need to travel the world. Culture shock is just another word for getting uncomfortable, and I believe growth lives on the other side of that. If you want to be a real estate investor, start learning. If you want to be fit, go to the gym. If you want to be free, start taking small risks. If you want to break a habit, just try. Put your mind to it and you can achieve it. If you're quitting a substance, you can overcome. If you are wrestling with your thoughts, sit with them, listen to them, pay attention to them, write them down, do things that help your brain. It's so easy to get caught in these mind spirals, or poisonous thinking is honestly a way to look at it. You have the power to control your thoughts, to control your brain, to change the way that you see the world. You have the power, so use it. If this hit home for you in any way, please drop a like, drop a comment below. I want to keep sharing my thoughts and feelings with you. I'm scared, I'm nervous, I haven't ever done this before. And you don't have to benefit from it. You don't have to watch. If this isn't up your alley, if this isn't what you need right now, close the video. What I do want to encourage you and leave you with is just listen. Listen to yourself, talk with somebody that can help, get your fears and worries outside of your head. Look for things you can be grateful for. Look for the great things in your life that you've already been blessed with. If you don't have a lot, look deeper. There are things to be thankful for. If this hit home, please drop a comment below. I'm super excited to continue sharing my thoughts and feelings and writings with you. I have found a huge help from writing these thoughts out and sharing some of the realizations I've come to in this last 30 years of mental health journey. It's a journey. It's a long way. I wake up, I feel exhausted, I feel tired, I feel depressed, I feel scared. But really, showing up makes all the difference. All you can do is be here, be yourself. Yeah, my room's a little bit messy. There's stuff all over the ground. I'm not looking directly at the camera. I'm getting text messages in the middle of a video, but I'm here. I'm showing up, and I hope you can do the same. Please, if there's anything in this video that resonates with you, share. I want to hear. I want to build a community of people who are dedicated to mindfulness, to business, towards spirituality, whatever you want to call it. I feel a great sense of peace when I connect with other people, when I connect with something more than myself. And I want to share that with you guys. If that's not for you, if you think it's too woo-woo, then good for you. You do you, boo-boo. All I can do is be me. And for me, this is me. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you love me. I just want to share life with you. And I hope you can benefit something from this. I really do want to help. I've had a rough last few months. I lost my job in January. I've been alone. My wife has gone on trips and vacations, and I've had to sit with some really uncomfortable feelings that I'm not used to before. I hate being alone, and I don't want to. I don't want to sit in those negative thoughts, those negative feelings. I want to share them. I want to be here. I want to grow. And I found a lot of help from calling friends, calling my family, people that I haven't talked to in a long time, reaching out, making the ask, being present, calling people when you care about them. It's so important. It's so uplifting. And I hope you do the same.